Hello everyone, and welcome to my stream. Today we are playing some more Final Fantasy XIV, and without further ado, let's get started. Oh, I forgot. Today is not day 12, it's day 13. So let's change that. Day 13 of Post-Arr stuff. So now that we have that settled, let's get started. Why can't I jump over this table? I can clearly jump over it, but I can't jump on it. Anywho, let's see what Alpha Node has to say. Pray forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of the seventh astral era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. Hold on, let me close my door so that I'm not getting background noise. And my headphones came unplugged while I was doing that. Brilliant. There we go. Plug it back in and door's closed. Now I need to go back down on my bed and continue reading. A realm-wide great company, if you will, the military might of which an installation would be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Excuse me, hiccups. Hold on, I need to send a message. Okay. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards infection draining away. Thus I have been contemplating compagionating for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but compel the capable of the same matter of unrestricted operation accorded to the scions. 'Tis my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend momentum to the large longing deliberation. Excuse me, I cannot read for beans. Also, being a preliminary military outfit, I mean to assuage fears. Assuage fears of its misuse by placing the field organization under the authority of the antecedent. The scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugees' revolt, there are limitations to what we can achieve. With this new company under the Scion's command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goal of my proposed organization and that of the scions are ultimately identical. A point concerned by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true borders spanning Grand Company, 'tis yet necessary to visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tireless, time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey and attend to the business of recording our inaugural members while I am otherwise engaged in bureaucratic formalities. Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the bringer of light and his discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Lominsa. Let us rendezvous at the Bulwark Hall. Let's see who wins between me and the bot. Also, I need to make my hotbars visible. I just blew myself up so I can get to lens elements without wasting so much gil. Oh, who won? Ration. Hold on. I need to figure out why my bot isn't. Let's see. Moderator. Okay, now let's see. Let me try BOSS. Okay, now my bot is working. JOIANMAGE. Okay. I wonder, is it picking up the music from my stream avatars? Stream avatars? Stream avatars? Yep, it is. Okay, so the reason I came to Oda is simply because I need to go to Limsa, which is cheaper to do if I use the airship landing. Limsa. Master volume a bit down. Okay, that's better. Hide those two quests. Bulwark Hall. Three. Ah, there you are. I am ready to ascend to the bridge and speak with Admiral Bluefistfin. While the Admiral and I are finalizing permissory boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in what? In earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for the potential members, 'tis a matter of 'Tis a matter of... I know my turn is coming up. Okay. 'Tis no matter should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it, as you needn't range into the countryside. The upper docks alone are polluted with sufficient candidates to suit our purposes. Once you are satisfied with your recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter, that we might prepare for our next the next leg of our journey. What is that hat? Everstar hat. Ah. I'm in the lower docks, I need to go to the upper docks. So we have the 3 by the Aft Castle and 1 by the Marauders Guild. 2 by the Marauders Guild. Let's go to the Aft Castle first. Looks like my character's dead. Everyone's dead. Oh my. Let's see what the person over here has to say. Yeah? Who the bloody else do you think you're talking to? Drylander? I'm a pirate. I'm not some sodden knight in shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fop, try knocking on that dandy Carvillian's door. Nope, no. She doesn't want to join. Smithing Guild. A precursor to a United Eorzea Grand Company. While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibilities here at Naltque Balmies keep me close to the forge. I have not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills as an armorer, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. Nope. Oh, I need to go out the door before I could go across that bridge. Well, if it ain't Wolfmage, I not forget a adventurer brave enough or deaf enough to seek the shortcut into Titan's bedchamber. You remember Ulral, don't you? Formerly of the Company of Heroes. There 3 whistles at Bronze Lake. It ain't often I drag me arse out to Limtha for a drink, but I am glad I did. How fare you these days? You're looking to put together a new crew? Top tier work? Sounds like a right lark, it does. Alright, lad, count me in. Hey, the heroes have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into me grave just yet. One down. Now we go back to the Aethernet shard and travel to the Marauders Guild. Whoops, I jumped the wrong way. And Marauders Guild. We're going to turn right around and go this way. Then we're going to go to this one. An organization with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity. I must say your proposal intrigues me, but the Krakens will know that there is a time to act and a time to watch. And I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. So he's not joining. Dragoon. Master of Vinote's new organization. Yes, I heard the formation of this trial company was in offering. 'Tis with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa must needs receive my full attention. And now we travel back to the Aetherite Plaza, which is close. No, he said to meet at the airship landing. Oh, brilliant. It's one of these cases where it takes forever for everyone to spawn. There you go. Wolfmage, your recruiting went well, I trust? I'm curious as to how many proposals personnel was received by the rough and ready folk of La Mensa. A member of the legendary company of heroes inducted indicated his interest. Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an individual, elusive character. I, too, was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents required for her approval. I can only hope that my visit to the Elder Seer proceeds as smoothly. Pray continue to Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Naplika's altar. Let's see, Gridania. Oh, hello, Primal. Hello, Key. Nice of you to join. And thank you for the follow yesterday, Key. I didn't notice it until just now. Thank you. Also, we have a lurk command if you're gonna lurk, just so you know, Key. Think it's the Hunters Guild? Yes. Oh, yeah, you did say that, didn't you? By the way, we have a hug command. Kiwi would be more preferable. Okay, I'll call you Kiwi. Okay, where is Alpha Node? Alpha Node is right there. My audience with the Elder Seer is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket center as before. Yeah, I set up the hug commands and a couple others so that it only shows my name. So, for instance, if you type exclamation mark commands, and then ANDS, the commands that I am about to say are specifically say my name. So, bonk, boop, hug, pat, those all say my name and no one else's. They're all actions you either do to me or I do to you. So that's how those commands work. While the lurk command will say the person who types it in. Let's see. Now that we have more people in chat, let's have a battle royale in my stream avatars. Let's see if Raptor wins again. Oh, it's between me and Primal. Oh, I actually beat Primal this time. Okay, back to the game. God's sake, can it truly be you? By what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Could it be that you don't remember me? It was I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Buscarin's. Yes, I remember you. Well, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if Gull had changed me. Gale, Mar, Ga, Jail had changed me more than I realized. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognized after my shameful conduct. The less said of my past, the better, I suppose. What of you, adventurer? What business brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, eh? And what is your policy on reformed convicts? As matters stand, the whalers will have not more to do with me. This may be just the second chance I was looking for. Revenant's toll, you say? I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this, I promise you. I am a changed man. I need to remember to do the seasonal event on the on my main character. Let's see. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest ere your tormented back give up on you for good. I'm terribly sorry. We were just... Oh, Wolfmage, isn't it? It has been some time since our paths crossed outside Copperwell Mines. Why, you were barely more than a novice adventurer then, but look how far you've come. Mother Bion tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome black wolf, and now you seek stout hearts, good souls to fill the ranks of a new order. Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, but my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I have seen is Sildar safely home. You would offer this man a place in your new company of champions? I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young master, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever stint years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evil my lady brought upon this land. And this will be the last one we need to talk to in Gridania, then we go to the airship landing. And the reason I chose this path is because there's one here, one here, one here, and then this one here will put us right next to an Ethernet shard, which will allow us to go instantly to the airship landing, which is where we have to go after this. 'Tis not often a guild officer such as yourself gets recruited. Such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise, but its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organization is more organized. Okay. Now to teleport to the airship landing. There he is. What news, Wolfmage? For my part, the elder Seetsier was most amenable to our requests. A former wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer, our company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Ul'dah whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade, and endeavour to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Okay. Since we're going to my home point, Bakum! Boom. So I need to go to Chamber Rule. And I need to switch to an actual job I can do this with. Ul'dah, the Gilded City, where one's fortunes to find one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final leg of proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest descending to the lower levels before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. Whoops, I didn't read that. Let us meet back here at the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting, Wolfmage. Okay, so map. There's one by the Gladiators Guild, a few by the Weavers Guild, and one by two by the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Let's go to the Gladiators Guild first. Looks like for these ones I have to teleport around a bit. Okay. Mass dance. Okay. Wait, you're the man who came to Little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't. I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Any road, that disaster really got me thinking about our homeland and about the soldier, the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I'd been manipulated and vowed to make of myself a more worldly man, so here I am, a new company of champions, and you say it will take me to all corners of the realm. Sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I prepared myself to fight the evil and I know is out there. Okay, and we next teleport to the Weaver's Guild. Provided I can find the dang Aethernet shard. Weaver's Guild. Let's start by going this way. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me perchance? I am Aurson of the Church of Adamon, Saint Adamena Landamena. Thank you for your timely rescue. And I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on dry bones less fortunate. A most unpleasant business. But are you here with your companion Thancred, was it? Tis new companions you seek, then. Your proposed organization sounds a powerful force of good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. I need to go get a drink. Please, please, chat. Use this. Use this command. I need it. I need you guys to use that command. Please. Because I forget to drink. Please, chat. Use the hydrate command. Okay, I'm back. I have gotten my drink, and the only downside to using the hydrate command is that I have to go AFK to get water. But please, use that command. I need you guys to use it. Otherwise, I forget to drink, and it can be used every 15 minutes, so please. Wrong individual. I'm sorry, you wish to recruit me? Is this some new fashioned manner of propositioning a lady? Well, I'm afraid you are wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, sir. Don't know why. Misread as that, but Miners Guild, Gladiators Guild, Sephiroth Avenue Exchange is where I need to go. Nor would I misread one of those words as, because that is weird. You'd be surprised what rumors drift down the Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours, and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street say your organization is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting just for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. Really? You'll want to remember that particular clip from that guy. A company that looks to care the ills of the realm entire. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of a neighboring nation. Hosting strip, so I need to go to the Chamber of Rule. How fare you, Wolfmage? What hidden gems did the streets of Ul'dah offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Almegan youth. Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talks of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to gossip grasping at clouds. But there are those who have reason to challenge nonetheless. And the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part to the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Wolfmage. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessing. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed, and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. You are concerned by the syndicate's involvement. I, I, as was I, thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely on outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubts surrounding the enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust at one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the rising stones and lay the first stone of for a united Eorzea. I cannot read worth beans.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alphino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, Their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the warrior of light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Kalechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'Dan law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Pray return to the Rising Stones. Okay. So now I had to look something up, so now that I'm back. Whoa. Time to continue. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat, but I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our efforts is at hand. I must see to the preparations for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Wolfmage. Certain that I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. Heretical harassment. Mephilia appears eager to welcome you back to Revenant's Toll. Greetings, Wolfmage. Alphino tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tatarus is cooperating with Alphino to see that all is in readiness. So I am afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Selfburn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there's aught he requires? I hate that the minimap doesn't tell you when you have to exit the Revenant's Toll. I mean, I know it shows it on the quest, but it would be nice if the minimap also showed it. What can I do for you, Wolfmage? I thought you'd have your hands full helping with this new arm of the Scions. I barely noticed your recruits arrive. 'Twas barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. While I appreciate your offer for aid, 'tis more your burdens that concern me. I am told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent. So I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Self-burn. This shipment we can't. God's woman, what befell? We were bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll, provisions earmarked for the finer frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross over to Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I cough, cough. I believe they may have been heretics. They were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us. There is not to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I will have someone along to tend to those wounded. What to do? If heretics are involved, then this is like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did these supplies originate? House for Tomp. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Wolfmage, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House for Tomp? I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Thank you for your understanding. I am certain Lord Horsefant will be glad of your assistance. Explosions and death. Fun. And the only reason I did this was so that I could go to the aesthetician. Hmm? And keep. more noticeable blue. There we go. Use token. There. New colors. Okay, now I traveled to Camp Dragon Head. A map. Karthus. Camp Dragon Head. Yes, he has a ticket. Why is it not available in my country? Need to fly to... Oh wait, it's right here. Well, if it isn't my fine friend, Wolfmage Corwin, what brings you... Whoops, did not mean to pick that up. Care for... What do you care for a plate of roast coracle? Some mulled wine? No, I see... I see you have not come to my hall merely to escape the biting cold. But I was in fact on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenants Told, and I expect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence. By the way, I will be going to lunch in about 12 minutes, so that will be break time. Does it show on... Does it show on my character? Nope, doesn't show on my character. But before I accept this, I'm going to switch to Samurai because that's what I'm going to use more than Dragoon. Is this better than my Samurai gear? It has more stats, but has slightly lower on strength, vitality, critical, and it has no determination, but instead... Nope, not better. So it looks like I'm getting the Lancer armor, probably. I mean Dragoon armor. Yeah, the Dragoon armor is better than what I'm wearing.
The incident with the New Frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurthus soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Forton does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait? Halone's blessings be upon you! Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Let's see what mount we get. We got a carbuncle, which is perfect for my current class. Carbuncles are perfect for summoners because we summon carbuncles. Looks like it's inside this tower. I'm guessing upstairs. One more floor. Yep. Drillmont. Welcome, Wolfmage. Wolfmage, welcome, welcome. You'll be pleased to know that the repairs to Stone Vigil proceed apace. We shall rebuild sure and strong, that the Trevanians might better themselves senseless against our shield in the west. I would venture, however, that matters of monastery are not what brought you to Whitebrim. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say, by the fray, but you do seem disdained doesn't cross paths with those villains. I must confess, then, 'tis sad truth that the winds hereabout have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly without warning and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this ice heart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhap you would care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a traitor was waylaid on the road. A partial part trail patrol found the unfortunate patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Let's see what amount we get on the roulette this time. A blue carbuncle. Last time we got red, this time we got blue. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I am quite recovered, though enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly black hearts. I was traveling my usual route to White Brim Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Armor, crystals, they were taking everything. 'Twas then that one of them noticed my blurry gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I directly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived at all, and I will not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Snowcloak. We got Peppo this time. Oh, I need to go to Snowcloak. Not here. Whoops. I clicked off my screen. And I get a chair to float around in this time. Chair. Ah, draw your weapon, foul. Oh, wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are come seeking heretics? Then we share a common purpose. Were on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished, likely ice wraith, like ice wraiths. Wow, a voice acted cutscene just for that. You glimpsed a woman atop the cliff. Could it be Iceheart herself, come to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. 'Twould be best were we to return to Whitebrim Front and lay our suppression before the suspicions before Lord Drillmont. Ooh, excuse me. Wolfmage, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surveying knights spared no detail in their report. The man you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. They should be bested so bested so handily. I fear I have wholly underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the situation solution provisions lost. Stolen provisions lost to us for now. 'Twould be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Haurchefant of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. Now, I'm going to take a quick second to ask if lunch is ready, and if it is, I'm going to come back, put it on the be right back screen, and buy lunch. is not ready, so I get to stream a little while longer. Or at least not go to lunch yet. Still continue streaming, I just need to take a lunch break when it's lunchtime. Okay, now I think I'm gonna make this location one of my favorite locations, because I don't have any at the moment. Set favorite destination? Now it will cost 50% less travel here. Why did that guy appear right as I was about to click on Archivant?
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Pray tell the frontier hand to front not over stolen supplies. 'Tis but a pittance compared to the rewards we shall reap from having a solid stronghold in Mordona. Okay. Oh, I need to go back to Revenant's Toll. Okay, so now I talk to Sulfburn. Wolfmage, 'tis good to see you return to the toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Carthus? House Rotomp is to send us a second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Hoshafant for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract ever greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed and or power. All of us, Alpha Note's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. Can't see it anyway, but I've got class glamour arm helmet. Quickly, I'm going to go to the Revenant's Toll tombstone shop and continue getting tombstone gear. The Sideball Magic. I still need this. And this. Accessories. Okay. Now I switch to my white mage. Cast Glamour. Cleric. Cleric. There we go. What would happen if I cast Glamour? Okay. Now that I have the full set of gear aside from the wrist and 2 rings, let's continue with our MSQ. Wow, I'm already level 56 as my white mage. Brave new champions. Can't see it as this character, so it's not better. Sulfburn has new on the progress of the inaugural ceremony. While you were away in Carthus, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Tataru does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough time of your time. Why don't you head to the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? These parchments need to be sorted. And these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorely tempted to file the lot in my wastepaper basket. Ah, Wolf Mage, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphanode if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. Whoops, I accidentally skipped her dialogue. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-founded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. But it's been a little while since we had a event in our stream avatars, so let's do a battle royale. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself is an investment in the future. Thus, I did sign my name to the cause. Let's see who wins. It's between Primal and TV. Oh, Primal destroyed! Primal wins. Primal beat everyone! Oh, wow! Oops, I put too many primal M's in primal for that command to work. And I sent Primal off the screen. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses.